The intelligence community speaks out on Democrats' desperate attempt to discredit the Hunter Biden emails. While Democrats desperately try to deflect the negative media coverage surrounding the recent Hunter Biden scandal, the intelligence community is speaking out with the facts. During an appearance on Fox Business, Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe dismissed outrageous and unsubstantiated claims from House Intelligence Committee Chairman Rep. Adam Schiff that the emails that surfaced in the recent New York Post story are, quote, Russian disinformation. The emails Schiff referenced, of course, are the ones that prove the Bidens had a very shady business deal with Ukraine and probably China too. Ratcliffe told Fox that this was nothing but an effort by Schiff to politicize the intelligence community in a crucial election year. It is funny, he said, that some of the people that complain the most about intelligence being politicized are the ones politicizing intelligence. About Schiff's claim, he said, "Let me be clear, the intelligence community doesn't believe that because there is no intelligence that supports that. We have shared no intelligence with Chairman Adam Schiff or any other member of Congress that Hunter Biden's laptop is part of some Russian disinformation campaign." It's simply not true, Ratcliffe continued, and this is exactly what I said I would stop when I became the Director of National Intelligence, and that's people using the intelligence community to leverage some political narrative. Despite the facts, the mainstream media is still scrambling to discredit this narrative, even going as far as censoring the stories on social media to prevent Americans from reading them. Many conservatives, including those in the House and Senate, have demanded further investigation into Hunter Biden's selling of White House influence while his father was vice president. The Debate Commission announced this new debate rule, and the Trump team is not happy about it. The so-called Bipartisan Commission on Presidential Debates has announced change to the next debate between President Trump and former Vice President Biden. After much speculation, the commission has officially declared that they will silence the microphone of the candidate who does not have the floor to allow for 2-minute periods of uninterrupted speaking. In a statement, they said, "The commission has determined that it is appropriate to adopt measures intended to promote adherence to the agreed-upon rules." This change comes after an overwhelming displeasure with the enthusiastic interruptions in the first debate. The commission claims neither campaign may be totally satisfied with the measures today, but Democrats seem pleased overall. The Trump team, however, is not happy with the new rule. The communications director for the Trump campaign, Tim Murtaugh, expressed his disgust with the rule change in a previous statement, saying that they're only doing this because their guy got pummeled, and President Trump was the dominant force, and now Joe Biden is trying to work the refs. They shouldn't be moving the goalposts and changing the rules in the middle of the game. This proposed mic rule, along with the choice of Kristen Welker, a known Democrat, as moderator, has conservatives worried Trump might not get a fair shot at the Thursday debate. President Trump seems hopeful, though. In a tweet, he said, "I'll still play the game. The people know." Top 5 things to look for in the final presidential debate. The final debate between President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden will take place on Thursday night. Moderator Kristen Welker, a known Democrat donor, has announced that the topics of the debate will include fighting the coronavirus pandemic, American families, race in America, climate change, national security, and leadership. This is an unusual topic group for the final debate, which traditionally focuses on foreign policy. But after the first debate, Americans should know to expect a lively conversation about anything the candidates want to discuss anyway. Here are the top 5 things to look out for. 1. Hunter Biden. Though the media has tried its best to cover it up, the New York Post expose that revealed Hunter and Joe's extremely concerning relationship with Burisma, Ukraine, and China is sure to be a huge talking point for Trump, especially after the bombshell from Hunter Biden's business partner, Tony Bobulinski, who confirmed that the emails leaked are genuine and dished on Joe Biden's role in the deals. Bobulinski claims both he and Hunter frequently asked Joe for his sign-off or advice on various potential deals, and that the former VP Biden was, in fact, the big guy referred to in the emails. Biden will likely attempt to deflect the overwhelming evidence of his wrongdoing with the typical Russia, Russia, Russia narrative, but we all know that's malarkey. 2. Censorship. Closely tied to the Hunter Biden scandal, President Trump should spend some time focusing on the big tech censorship that has been working to the benefit of Biden's campaign. Facebook and Twitter both buried stories for Biden recently. Trump's Department of Justice also recently filed a suit against Google for their antitrust violations and censorship practices, so this will be a nice slam dunk for DJT. 3. COVID-19. Joe Biden has spent an enormous amount of time trying to blame the president for the COVID crisis. With the recent COVID outbreak at the White House, Biden's likely to have a field day chastising the president for mask policies and tweets that downplay the seriousness of the virus. Trump will probably respond by emphasizing his remarkable recovery, promoting the upcoming vaccine, and mention his life-saving early travel bans on China. 4. The Supreme Court. The Judiciary Committee is set to vote to confirm President Trump's nominee, Judge Amy Coney Barrett, before the debate on Thursday, and that will likely be the focus for both candidates. President Trump will probably promote the merits of Judge Barrett and celebrate the full floor vote to confirm next Monday, and probably hit Biden on court packing again. Biden will most likely suggest that the judge should not be seated until after the election. Good luck with that one. 5. Joe Biden's many, many lids. President Trump has been hitting Biden's less than enthusiastic campaign persona for over a year, and Biden has yet to respond effectively. In fact, it seems he's walked right into a brutal attack by taking several days off of the campaign trail recently, including the 4 days leading up to the debate. He also called a lid before 10 a.m. several times last week. President Trump demolished Joe Biden in the final debate. Check out his best moments from the night. The highly anticipated final debate between President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden took place on Thursday night in Nashville. Compared to the first and only other debate, it was a relatively calm night. Perhaps fearing the newly implemented mute button, both President Trump and Joe Biden avoided interrupting each other while they discussed a number of issues, including the COVID-19 response, racism, climate change, and energy. Despite taking 3 days off the campaign trail to prepare for the debate, Joe Biden seemed to struggle a bit through the night, while Trump maintained his usual stamina. Talking heads are already saying this debate doesn't matter, so if you're wondering who won, it was obviously President Trump. Here are just a few of Trump's best moments of the night.
Reaction?
I say over soon. I say we're learning to live with it. We have no choice. We can't lock ourselves up in a basement like Joe does. He has the ability to lock himself up. I don't know. He's obviously made a lot of money someplace, but he has this thing about living in a basement. People can't do that. By the way, I, as the president, couldn't do that. I'd love to put myself in the basement or in a beautiful room in the White House and go away for a year and a half until it disappears. I can't do that. And number one. Number two, I don't make money from China. You do. I don't make money from Ukraine. You do. I don't make money from Russia. You made $3.5 million, Joe, and your son gave you. They even have a statement that we have to give 10% to the big man. You're the big man, I think. I don't know. Maybe you're not, but you're the big man, I think. Your son said we have to give 10% to the big man. Joe, what's that all about? It's terrible.
All right, gentlemen.
Just like he went with fracking. We're not going to have fracking. We're going to stop fracking. We're going to stop fracking. Then he goes to Pennsylvania after he gets a nomination where he got very lucky to get it. And he goes to Pennsylvania and he says, oh, we're going to have fracking. And you never ask that question. But why didn't he do it 4 years ago? Why didn't you do that 4 years ago, even less than that? Why didn't you do it? You were vice president. You keep talking about all these things you're going to do and you're going to do this. But you were there just a short time ago, and you guys did nothing.
We did.
You know, Joe, I ran because of you. I ran because of Barack Obama, because you did a poor job. If I thought you did a good job, I would have never run. I would have never run. I ran because of you. I'm looking at you now. You're a politician. I ran because of you. He's been in government 47 years. He never did a thing except in 1994 when he did such harm to the black community. And they were called, and he called them super predators. And he said that. He said it, super predators. And they kept never lived that down. 1994, your crime bill, the super predators. Nobody has done more for the black community than Donald Trump. And if you look, with the exception of Abraham Lincoln, possible exception, but the exception of Abraham Lincoln, nobody has done what I've done. Criminal justice reform. Obama and Joe didn't do it. I don't even think they tried because they had no chance at doing it. They might have wanted to do it, but if you had to see the arms I had to twist to get that done, it was not a pretty picture, and everybody knows it, including some very liberal people that cried in my office. They cried in the Oval Office. 2 weeks later, they're out saying, gee, we have to defeat him. Criminal justice reform, prison reform, opportunity zones with Tim Scott, a great senator from South Carolina, He came in with this incredible idea for opportunity zones. It's one of the most successful programs. People don't talk about it. Tremendous investment is being made. Biggest beneficiary, the black and Hispanic communities.